What's going on, people? Not for the radio. NFTR, myself, Duane Jones, Chams, Posty in the building. Yeah. We've got two special guests today. The duo known as S.A.S, Mega and May. What's going on, fellas?
What's good?
So, yo, man, I mean, you've had a crazy journey so far. There's a lot that we can definitely talk about. There's been ups, there's been downs. I would say you lot have won. You've lost. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? But what's been going on in recent times for you?
Well, recently we got a situation in the States, like a small indie label in DC called Man Bites Dog. And we acquired that situation because there's a artist from New York called Rock Marciano who's got like a crazy underground cult following. And he'd hollered at us to get on his album. And then his CEO came looking for us after that. So we signed a 2-album deal with them and should have the first album coming out around April.
So what's that kind of deal like? Is it similar to a UK deal? Is there a lot of money involved? Are they going to push you globally, or is it just in the UK?
No, they're going to push us from the States.
Okay.
So we're going to handle here. We've always handled here anyway. Any of our releases, we never had a deal till now. This is the actual first deal we've ever signed on paper. Do you know what I mean? So we don't really know how a UK deal works because we've never been offered a deal here.
Do you feel a little bit resentful for that?
Nah.
Because, like, I've heard you say, like, you haven't had support from certain people in the past. You said that quite a few times.
It's more of an industry thing more than the people, because I'm out all the time. You see me everywhere anyway. But the people's always coming up to us, like coming up to me, telling me, "Oh, I love your music. I grew up on your shit. Your shit's inspiring. It gets me through my day." So the love is always from the fans. But like we felt like the industry kind of shunned us when we were just doing our thing, like the same thing that other artists are doing now that we did like over 10 years ago now. 10 years ago.
Like what? When
we linked up with like massive American artists, like to be working with artists like Kanye West or like Dipset or like Nicki Minaj, that was a big deal, but I think it was just too early. So they
people were celebrating that though when you did it. I mean, obviously people were really excited. It was a massive move, but then obviously there were other steps. So do you want to talk about that? Do you want to talk about actually what happened with Dipset?
Yeah, definitely. Because a lot of people don't really know.
A lot of our audience are a bit young. Yeah. So for some of the people that aren't familiar with S.A.S, can we start from like the top, like in terms of how you got to working with like the Diplomats and like Rockefeller and all those kind of...
You mentioned Kanye West.
Where it all started with Cypher Sounds. Craig David did so well in the States, but not just good in that industry wise.
At the ends,
in the hood, was really messing with him.
Craig David.
Yeah, he penetrated.
For real. Ground level, not just industry level. Like. So Cypher Sounds must have heard him before.
What songs we talking about? Like,
this is
really?
7 Day Theory. All that, it was popping off. Like,
hood was feeling
it. With high school, it was popping off in high school, everything like that. So.
When you say high school, you say that because you went to...
Yeah, we went to high school in New York.
Yeah, we went to high school in New York City.
So you lived here for how long?
For most of our life.
Till like mid-teens.
And then you went to America?
Moved to America. I was playing basketball. Okay. I used to play for London Towers and Brixton Tomcats and stuff like that. And the natural progression from there was to go to the States. Because the platforms here wasn't too big and the men's teams wouldn't really get played.
Well, I played ball as well.
Yeah,
I was a slouch, man.
He tried to take all the shine.
I wasn't as good as him, but I still played on a professional level. I played for London Leopards and I played for like Towers under 17s at the time.
So it wasn't like May was carrying.
So we played ball. Like he was better.
No, he was playing in the beginning.
I was playing in the beginning. I just had enough because the pre-season training was too intense.
Yeah, it was crazy.
I just started, I just started rapping in the hallways.
Let me ask you something.
I'm sure you had it. I'm sure you had it.
Like, don't take offense. Don't take offense here. But why did you lot gravitate to that so much? Like, because you lot were rapping in American accents, playing basketball, when people were listening to like Jungle and playing football. Why was you lot so gravitated to that lifestyle so much?
To be honest, when we was rapping, because we was playing with it, like May's the one who taught me how to rap. We used to just do little recordings on the mic and then do it on cassette tapes, little tapes.
Yeah.
So, but that was just for fun. But then we rapped with a British accent. It's when we moved to America and then we was there for years.
Okay, yeah.
And then it was like, when you try and order some food or say something, they're like, what? So then you had to enunciate your words in a way where you're like, can I get a burger? So they understood what you were saying.
Yeah, it's true.
And then you end up sounding a bit like almost like you sound like them because they don't understand what you're saying when you say simple shit.
Or if we're in the hood and say I pull up in Brownsville, and there's 50 men in front of the shop, and I've hopped out, and it's one of them things where the shop's closed and you got to order through the little sliding thingy. I'm not really trying to be at the front of the thing in Brooklyn, in a place I've never been before, with this, can I get a packet of crisps? The whole, like, that's basically the whole 50 man. No, you're not from around there. You see what I'm saying? So little things like that, and being young and impressionable at that age, and high school and everything like that. Over time, we didn't even realise it.
We were just slipping, but we weren't around no one else. We was around one other brother that was from London, and he moved back after a year. He moved back afterwards, so it was just literally me and May, and that was it. Bro.
So all the stuff that you released in London, you recorded over there?
No. What it was is, like, we learned how to rap and got into battling and stuff in the streets while we were in the States.
Yeah.
We was really in the streets though, like, because being from England, it was like, yo, them guys, they got iceberg, they wearing $500 sweaters, they got mosquito sheets.
Try and
and that led to, the names are ringing, so the walls started coming out. Girls started like, yeah, you can rob them. They live by themselves in a 2-bedroom apartment and this type of stuff. So where people tried us here and there, we retaliated, and then it just got to the point where we kept on retaliating so much, we grew into those people, became like
so you lot made it so that people couldn't rob you?
Oh no, we made it so man didn't even want to come around us like that no more.
It was active. Anyone that tried to talk or violate
was active on everyone. So by the time we moved back here, we got into trouble and all that stuff. We're basically look American, sound American, got twang and everything like that.
Culture shock. We had to like
restart again.
Yeah, get back to home. Home didn't feel like home anymore. It felt different.
Yeah.
So how did you not respond to people saying, because that was probably one of the only critiques, people liked your flow and they liked your lyrical ability, but they did actually say, well, you guys rap with an American accent.
I think it was just misunderstanding. I think it would be good if there was things like these platforms back then. There weren't. Like, it was even only till we did the GRM Daily interview with Posty that people understood that we went to America and we lived there and how we linked up with the people we linked up with. They didn't know. They just thought it was just some guys coming out of North London just trying a thing and just talking. Even when we was talking smack in our raps, we were talking about reality stuff, like in raps, like, and then they'd be like, almost, what are they talking about? It's not real. And it was really our reality. So that was more frustrating than the accent thing, because I can't knock them to say that. If I heard two brothers from London and they sounded a bit American, I'd be like, right, what's this about? But it was more when we were talking about stuff that we've really been through, and then they acting like we're talking about a movie. That's what used to get frustrating, because it was like, right, you're labeling me a liar, and I'm being very open and honest about shit that could actually, well, it wasn't over with. There were certain things in the air, and we're still talking about it. So it was mad.
So back to the Cypher Sounds introduction, Craig David. Just get back to that.
Yeah.
So how did it?
Cypher is for. Well, if there's an R&B guy from England that could do this, surely it should be a rapper. So he's had this relationship with Westwood. I think Westwood was a big dog Pitbull at the time, rolling with Flex and all them. So he's come over here and he's announced on the radio, I'm looking for a UK rapper to take back to the States and do stuff with. So
pause.
That was wild. My bad. Yeah, anyway, so we went to this Raucous event and Hayes has got his card and gave the card to Mega. Mega's left 16 bars on his answer machine. He's called us 3 weeks later, like, yo, who was that rapped that on my answer machine? Yeah, I wanna like do stuff with you guys, the homo, and you see what I'm saying? Take it back to the States and stuff. So he came and took us on Westwood.
Yeah. But when he took us on Westwood, he acted like it was recorded on Hot 97. So it sounded like we was live in New York when we did the freestyle.
Then he's gone back to take the freestyle to the States, and Flex has gone on tour, on a college tour. So he's got prime time. So it's almost like Charlie Sloth taking over Zane Lowe's position. He's ringing our freestyle. Start, middle, end. We knew it was serious where our phone started going crazy. And people from Staten Island started calling us.
My ex-girlfriend at the time, yo, it's crazy.
Yeah, she sounded like she was actually sounding like she was crying. Like, yo, it's crazy. It was
emotional.
What we didn't realize is the radio in America is the strongest medium. Not TV, not internet.
And them times the internet wasn't even popular.
Yeah, but that time, like, radio is everything. Tune into it in the morning. There's only 2 radio stations people listen to. At that time, Hot 97 was the main one.
Yeah.
So for 3 states, everyone was hearing that freestyle. He started getting calls from Busta. Russell Simmons hit him up. The Lox's manager hit him up. So that gave us the confidence, like, oh, when they come to England, we're just going to run up on them because they know who we are already. So he tried to sign us. The contract was bad, like really bad. He wanted to take publishing and give us no money and all that. We got into an argument, fell out with him, but the damage was already done. So
you fell out with Cypher Sounds?
Yeah, because the contract was bad. He wanted us to sign it. We didn't want to sign it. We wanted to renegotiate it. And he was young at the time. He was like 25 or something like that. We was, 19 or 18 or something like that.
We were kids.
You see what I'm saying? So we've gone back there we went there 2001, and then we've seen how serious it really was. We got DJ Enough running up on us like, yo, you got to do me a freestyle. It's like we was almost famous.
Yeah.
But it was weird to us because we were just at the stage of just freestyling.
Yeah,
it wasn't.
We didn't even know how to make songs
and stuff like that. You see what I'm saying?
So like hooks, bridges, none of
come back. We've gone back there 2002 to try and get a situation. Staying in Brownsville, and we happened to be in a session with Kanye West.
Yeah, because we, through our guys' shows that we used to battle, we used to do battles in like 42nd Street, just go there and just rap on the corner. And we met this guy called Shells,
and he got signed to J Records,
same label as Alicia Keys and
he's paying Kanye to do sessions.
Oh, Shells used to make songs with Cassidy and all that.
Yeah, exactly. That's who we did a freestyle with him on an Enough tape as well with him.
So he's someone in the room. Like, yo, Kanye, have you heard? No, Kanye said, yeah. I just got my deal from Dame, man. If the rapping thing works out, I'm not gonna make beats no more. Like that no more. So no one really knows him as a rapper at this point now. It's just beats. But he's charged like 30 grand a beat, 50 grand a beat at this time. He's kind of popping. So Mega walks past him and said, no, you can't do that. You got to wait till I get on so I can buy a beat. Then someone says, oh, you ain't heard the London Boys rap? He was like, London Boys? What, the ones from Hot 97? So that's how effective it was.
He was like, can I hear something, please?
Let me hear something. Like, we've gone on for 45 minutes on it.
Wigging, like 40 minutes straight.
I want to sign you guys. We'll start laughing. They go, no, I'm serious. He went and called
Kanye said this.
Yeah, he went and called G Robertson. G Robertson came through. Can you do it again? We've done it again. From that day, we just rolling with every session.
Like glue. Everywhere he went, he took us to his, like, we chilling in his yard. He went, he scooped up. Remember what whip did he get? A G-Wagon?
Yeah, he bought G-Wagon, took us to Def Jam. But he didn't take us to Rockefeller. He didn't want us to sign to Rockefeller for some reason. Even though he would have us meet him at the Rockefeller studio while he's doing Blueprint 2 for Jay. So we was around Beans, Jay and them, but we're just in a cut with Kanye. And Dave was just like, oh, well, Kanye's little English guys in the corner, whatever. Didn't really take too much notice, whatever, like that. But we saw Dave around.
No, we seen him in time. Last time we seen him was Cheerio video, innit?
Yeah, last time we seen him, yeah.
Anyway, back to the story.
Yeah.
So hold on a minute. So you lot was in the studio while he was making the beats for Blueprint 2. So how did that feel? Because that's an epic.
Surreal. It's crazy.
No, what was weird was we've come there with our guys from Queens, and Dame's outside with bare models, and it just looks
like a video set.
The Hey Papi video outside. So much so we didn't say nothing to him. That's like, you see when you're from England, you're not really on this flamboyant, talkative,
reserved.
You get on that. Well, I'm not gonna like pester no one on like that English attitude. Yeah, we do our own thing. We're not really gonna. You see what I'm saying? Make ourselves look like groupies or whatnot. So we've gone upstairs, and I've slipped into the session with Kanye. I don't know what Mega was doing outside.
I was looking at Christina Milian, mate.
Beans is in there. Beans is in there with Jay, and then Jay showing Beans a verse he just did for the bounce. And it's like, usually I'm much more distinguished. I'm like a bloke from London, England. Kanye and them look at me like, right, he's rapping out of England. I'm in the corner like, breaking my neck. Then I thought, I'm breaking my neck too hard. Like, where's Jay at? I turn around and see Jay. Jay's looking at me like, yeah, little nigga. You know my shit. Oh, shit, you know what I'm saying? So it's like that, but it's surreal. So it's like, but at the same time, when we was in Staten Island, we had elders like Hassan Johnson, who was in the Wires, Weebay, and did stuff and like that. There was Raekwon and them was about, Ghostface was about. So it was shocking, but not probably shocking for like someone else.
I'll be shopping. I'll be just shopping in like 2 a.m. in the local like Tesco's or whatever.
Yeah,
you see Redman just come through with a trolley.
So it's like that in America. You see why they breed success is because on every block someone's been successful.
It's believable because you see the people that have done it that you've looked up to or aspired to be like, and then they're just there, like just accessible. Do you know what I mean?
It was super surreal. But at the time, we was monsters as far as freestyling going off. Kanye just started, getting to feel himself with the vocals and stuff like that, and he gave us some to work up with, and he sent us a contract as well, and the contract was all right. It wasn't too bad.
One of the beats he said was that Game Beat. Remember that Game Beat?
Dreams. We had some of the demos on our demo tape.
So Kanye sent your contract.
Yeah, he sent us a contract.
And Cypher Sounds.
Back to London.
Yeah, Cypher Sounds, but that one didn't transpire.
Yeah, but still, you had 2 offers in your journey so far.
By 2002,
we already had 2 offers.
So what happened next?
But we had a situation in the States, like we had legal troubles.
Yeah.
So
because of all the madness you explained before.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that money was enough to keep us afloat for a year or something or 2.
So maybe revert back to the shit we were doing before.
You see what I'm saying? So we started renegotiating with Kanye. Then Kanye got into the accident and flew straight into his rapping situation.
And it became more focused
and it became
on being
distant
an artist.
after that. We didn't really speak to him too much and everything like that. So at the time we was with Kanye, we was coming out the building, we bumped into Diplomats. At this time they're doing Haymar and all that. Jim's in the truck, whatever. So when they came over here, we've called up Westwood and said, yo Westwood, you're going to link the Dips. Take us with you. Yeah, I'll call you back. Dipset didn't call us back. We called 279. 279 said, yeah, I'm meeting them. If you're not there on time, then I'm going to leave you. We've gone there. 7 takes us in 279 and held them there downstairs. So we couldn't even go upstairs. Westers pulled up, popped up the truck, gave us fives, just gone straight upstairs. We're looking like, oh shit, they're going to come. We're not get to them. We're going to come down and they're going to leave, whatever. Jim comes down. He must have seen a red bandana on my wrist or whatever. I threw up a little handshake with him, so he knew man was affiliated. And he was like, yo, but how are you man out in London?
We're the same ones that
Jim Jones.
How are you affiliated?
We
Like
met
in London.
you
Remember, it was with Kanye. Oh, what are you doing now? Oh, we did it. Cam's like, yo, where are the chicks at? Like, I was like, yo, we got all of that. Take the number. So Jim's called us the next day. Bring the rare tear, come meet us, wherever. So we've gone over there. That's how the story, like you lot asking us the story now, we're breaking out the story to Jim. He's like, yo, let me see if you guys are actually nice.
Let's see if you can actually rap, because they were just looking at it like,
They got a Mac in the hotel room. We've done 3-4 tracks with them. Cam's come down. These guys are crazy. Juwaz has remembered, well, you was in Harlem with the Harlem G's and all that. Because I bumped into Juwaz years ago while I was in high school with one of the shooters from his hood while he's in front of the building. And he just started rapping with Cam. And I'm there, draped, Coogee, head to toe, money in my pocket, whatever. So that's why he's remembered now. So that's how we got into it with them. But still, in England, no one cared.
We did like three tracks with them, and then they was like, your Dips, it's official. But we didn't really go out there with it.
No one probably didn't know.
No, they knew. We did a rewind.
Social media and...
We did a rewind in it.
No one believed us though.
But at the stage, it's like before Channel U, whatever. So we just carried on doing what we was doing. It didn't really matter. Well, the plan is to get back to the States. Because we wanted to get back to America. Get them troubles over with and move back straight away.
Because it wasn't even, it was garage then. It wasn't even grime yet.
Yeah, So Solid was popping off. What was it?
Or Fire Cool,
all that type of stuff was popping off at that time. I think Dizzy had just started coming through with the grime stuff, and then grime wasn't even called grime then. It was still kind of garagey, still. So we formed Eurogang with Bronzer Black because they was the first guys to reach out to us. Obviously, because Bronzer's been going to the States and coming back and forth, so he felt like, yo, I kind of relate to these guys. Let me link up with them. They were a little bit older than us, so we formed Eurogang, and he had the idea to shoot a video for this new channel called Channel U. We shot the video, terrible video. We've gone to London Eye, dressing in the streets.
It was crazy.
Horrible quality.
It looked like a Nollywood video when you think about it.
It was terrible. Anyway,
You had the best verse in that song though.
Yeah, you smashed it. Definitely.
Just in case you didn't know, Megs.
Oh, yeah, right. Every time I see him, I'm like, bro, let it go, man.
So
someone's got to have the best verse.
We dropped that video, and it's kind of popped off for us. Like
he's losing today, mate. He was the best basketball player, the best verse.
Cool, man.
Anyway, yeah.
Yeah, so the Channel U things popped off. Around the same time, Dame's come to England doing the stuff with Victoria Beckham. He's gone on Westwood. Said the same thing. Because he was getting flack. I think when he was around Victoria Beckham, he was trying to use her as a conduit to bring Rockefeller artists out here. He's gone to Ministry of Sound or something. The streets weren't really feeling it because they're like, you're Dame Dash. Don't come to England and hook up with Victoria Beckham. Come and support the hood. You're from the hood. That's how we felt anyway. We was looking at Dame with a one eye. But then we had the idea of, yo, if we run up on Dame, we'll fast forward our diplomat situation. Because the Dips was like, yo, Cameron's like on the phone, yo, you get a situation over there, I'll send my lawyer, we do the deal and whatever. And we're like, nah, we're trying to get rid of our things over there and come where you're at. So we ran up on Dame. Same thing again. He asked Westwood. He said, Westwood, find me someone, I'll give you finder's fee. Yeah. I called Westwood. I don't think he's serious. I don't whatever. We said, well, you know, we'll do the same thing again. Dame came out the radio station, we went blacked out on him. Just a couple of men
there. There was a camera there. Choke No Joke had his camera out.
Yeah, so we didn't even rap to Dame. We just rapped to Dame's camera. Like, and he's like, bare people giving him CDs. Other artists out there. He's like, which one's your CD? One like that. Put on the top. Was like, yeah, we know Jim Jones. We're down with Jimmy. He was like, yeah, that's cool. Whatever. Everyone knows Jimmy. He walked off. 3 weeks later, I get call. I'm in Bronzer Black's house. It's Jim. Jim don't really call me unless something's really popping. He's like, yo, you meet Dame? And I'm about to say, yeah, we met Dame, but forget. He's like, no. I'm about to do the deal right now. I'm like, what? I woke up Nash on. Bronzer Black's brother, like, yo, listen to this. We're on the phone like this on either end. So Jim says to the secretary,
is there even loudspeaker?
No. Just he's listening. He's on that side of it.
There was a time where loudspeaker didn't exist.
That's when there was loudspeaker. Was there loudspeaker?
There weren't loudspeaker them times.
I don't think there's loudspeakers.
There wasn't.
04?
You'd have to put the volume really loud.
In 04 there were loudspeaker, no.
I didn't have a phone. I was too young.
That's crazy.
Man, we had the little snake game and shit.
So Jim said to the secretary, yo, I need to talk to Dame. Oh, he's in a meeting, Jim. I'm talking about the London group he's trying to sign. Oh. And The way she rushed off the phone to go get him, I thought, what? How does the secretary? Yo, this is some big deal. Dame comes on the phone talking shit. Yeah, you know what I mean? When you're down with the rock, doing all that stuff. I'm coming to meet you. I'm coming there in 2 weeks. So we had to keep this in for like 3 weeks. And he's come there. He's come on the radio before he's even linked, man. And he's talking about signing the group and stuff like that. So our phones start going crazy. So we've gone to link him, and that's how that process started. But as soon as we walked in the room, he looked us up and down and said, okay, you guys got it. Yeah. So it's almost like they looked at London like it was like here.
Because he came remember he came with a bag of like Air Force Ones.
He had clothes for us. They had Rockaway clothes and Air Force Ones for us. Like they was going to dress us up and stuff like that.
That's one thing that we kind of slipped up because we started just wearing, because it was free, we started wearing it. So people thought out here that our image.
No, but I'm just trying to tell them how they looked at it like, even if these guys can rap, they're from London. So they're not on our level. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, how can you bring... So when he looked us up and down, he seen man had the gear on and them things. They even Jim, when we met Jim and them, they was in Lot 29 in Nietzsche and that. Meg was wearing a full Fendi trench coat.
Matching fisherman
hat. We've prodded up and down. Come on, bro, how are you rapping like that?
Reversible, may I add.
Look like this. Not knowing that that's just a London way of...
Still got it.
No, that's a reversible.
No, yeah, for real. See what I mean? So we looked at it like, oh, you really... We understood like their expectation of us was really low. So we knew like, oh, you don't even know we've been in the States and done all these things and whatever. So it was easy for us to manipulate that situation and have them guessed.
Like or what they think, or like that's different. We could play on those things as well by living over there. That's why we had a kind of step up.
We had an advantage, yeah.
And then what happened? How did you get down with them?
So yeah, we're in the meeting with Dame. Dame's basically saying, yeah, you're down already. If the Dipset saying your thing, and we're look, because he was actively looking for a UK group. Maybe just for a conduit to
penetrate through London,
to balance out the Victoria Beckham thing, underground, mainstream, whatever. So he's like, yeah, you know, you're gonna have to rap for me though, right? We was like, yeah. Meg was like, Armadale, yeah, when you're ready, drinking the drink. He's putting the CD, it's skipping this shit. We've gone 4 bars in. Jay Brown's like, yo, Dame, they don't even have to rap. I know who they are. I took
the demo to Electro, remember?
Yeah, he stole our demo from Universal from Cypher Sounds. That Cypher Sounds had left.
Jay Brown did,
Soon as Dame heard that...
They're mine, no.
You didn't sign them, so what? You didn't sign them, they're mine. They're mine, you didn't sign them, even Bronze. I see Jay Brown creeping around Bronze. He's like, no, you didn't sign them, they're mine. And he's asking everyone, like, why didn't you sign these guys? These guys are perfect, like, what's going on?
Then he asked Kanye knew about Man Wanted to Sign Man. Then he asked... what Bleak's
like, yeah, come to Marcy when they used to be in Staten Island. Shut everything down, and then he asked the Dips, and Dips was like, there are artists.
So it's like too many affiliations within it. Even Toad Hooker, that used to be in a group with Jay-Z back in the day, he was someone that we knew through one of our boys from Brooklyn. So he had us in Jay-Z's old apartment in Marcy, like just sitting in there.
Yeah, we was around
because he was living there. So we've seen a lot of stuff.
So you don't actually put in work? Because I know that a lot of people's story that they heard was that you went to America, you made out to the Americans that you were popping here. Yeah. You made out to the people here, you were popping there, and then there was your situation.
Is that the talk? Yeah?
That's the talk.
Oh wow!
I've heard that version.
That would be.
I got my scar in Paris as well. Like,
yeah, how did you get that?
How did you the scar yourself?
Yeah, it's mad. I hear all kinds of stuff.
Talk about this.
What's the story about this?
Posty and them asked him about it, but it took. What, we was in England how many years? And then Posty's the first guy to ask me how he got his scar. This is the type of thing I'm talking about. In America, that's the first thing they would have asked you. You see what I'm saying?
Like questions that are blatant.
It's just very generic.
That's why we're here.
No, this is perfect. This is what I'm saying.
Yeah, we don't mind talking about it.
Let's break that down.
He got his scar because the same team we was running around with getting money with, like the little underlings, was jealous. Because they're from England. How are they in Stapleton projects making money? More money than us. So one day we went to DC, held homecoming, and someone's climbed through our window and stole our clothes.
All our shit. Or some Come to America shit.
Iceberg jackets, 5 AVs, all that shit. And niggas was literally walking around like some Come to America shit with our shit on.
But they was wearing it outside of, so say we live in London, they was rocking it in, I don't know, Manny or Liverpool. They
weren't thinking. And then
we would find out.
We must have found out because we was like in front of Speed and we seen one of our brethren drive past with a Tom and Jerry hat. And we knew.
Oh, I like that hat.
It's only us that think it.
Because for Probitos, obviously.
So I've come back from school one day, jumped in the cab by myself, went to the projects where the guy lived. Yo, let's go into the building. He's already known what happened. Like, he knows what time it is. He's gone in the shop, bought a razor. I didn't clock him. He's come back out. I'm under the building with one of my elders. That's down with Ghostface and them. I'm like, yo, you're not going to come out of the building? He's not going to come down. I just ran out. Boom, I smacked him. He said, let's go down the building and talk. So we gone under the building. He spat at the razor. He's nicked me a little bit. Just enough for the skin to just flip over. I dusted him out, beat him out his jacket. He's gone home with about 6 lumps on his head.
I said he beat him out his jacket, you know.
Yeah, trust me, your hand was hurting for like a couple of weeks after that.
We was back in England, my hand was still hurting. It's that level. So we've come back to the projects because we had no respect for these little dickheads. To us, there was no.
And basically, I remember he was probably heated because a few weeks before I moved up his boy as well.
Yeah. Megan must have done something to one of his brethren. So we was moving unruly, and they were thinking, yo, they're not in front. Like they didn't grow up with us. They're from England. But we had a certain man in the hood that was vouching for us and was down with us. So we've come back, slipping, no hammer on us or nothing like that. 20 of them appeared out of nowhere, and it's kicked off. And Meg could have let it go because when he hit Mega.
There was
he kind of run off.
Standing there in the laundromat, there was a few of them standing there for a while. Like it's like they were scheming, but man didn't have enough respect for them to dip. So it was just like standing our ground or whatever. They walked out the shop. The last guy happened to be the guy who cut my face, punched me in the face, and could have just left it at that, and then it would have been that hold that. But I just lost it and just started piling them in. And then when that happened, like 10 of them rushed.
Yeah, we got rushed. Yeah.
And then
we would have been good anyway.
Good. I didn't even.
But when he slipped,
I slipped over for 1 second.
He's come over like a meat cleaver or some shit like that.
Mad shit.
Box cut or something.
One of them, someone stabbed me on my side, but
he didn't realise.
I had my chain on, shining, had pee in my pocket, no one jacked nothing. Basically, got up, didn't even clock. Like, what are you running for? You man are soft, you man are pussy. My shit just open,
but he's turned around the wrong way. I've seen him from that side.
So
he was cool.
Like,
he's turned around the other side. His whole face is open, just squirting out. You see, everyone's crazy. But he didn't feel nothing because it was quick. It was a quick slice.
The adrenaline.
So at the time, our parents are out there because we've already got into legal issues and troubles and stuff like that anyway.
Come home and that.
So she's thinking, what is going on?
Madness.
Then
you got when you got thingy as well.
My brethren's mum's called my mother and said, yo, you know your other son got shot like a year ago in front of high school. She's like, what?
So you got shot as well?
Yeah, I got shot in front of high school early. As soon as we initiated. Someone else's beat, baffing someone else's stuff. But I got out of that situation crazy. So that's part of the reason we got our respect, because in that situation I got ambushed, 2 hammers on me, a guy trying to cut me, and I still ended up dusting one guy out and making one guy shoot his other brethren by accident and all that type of stuff. Mad. So we kind of, my brethren's mum's like, get them out. My other son's been killed already.
Yeah, because our good friend Wink,
his older brother, killed in Stapleton, the same place. So our mother's like, we're going back for Christmas. And then we'll go back and sort out your legal issues or whatever.
But it's just like, them ones where you're not coming back.
We'll come back here, passport's gone missing, like we can't find our passports or nothing. Like that's when it dawned on us, you're not going back to America.
You're not going back. We had to readjust our whole mindset, everything.
So that was the motivation to get with these Americans.
What did they actually do for you? When you signed to
with Dame,
you signed with Dame.
All right, so we got with Dame. Contracts is taking forever.
He put us in the movie though.
Put us in the movie. He was doing stuff that all the Rockefeller us were doing anything, but he didn't give us an advance. Okay. So we got to the point where it was like, he was like press conference time to say we're signed to Rockefeller.
Yeah. We didn't show up.
That's when the bad press and
media
press came
like, don't even show up for your own press conference, but they didn't.
Why didn't you show up? Because of
like, we don't want to put. We're out there, like we're out there, but we're like we started to like clock. Like hold on, our lives just flipped mad upside down. We're like mad famous, like everyone's onto man, and like our situation hasn't changed, living conditions, nothing. So it's like we don't want all this. Like we want the money as well. Do you know what I mean? Some people are good with like being known or whatever, but me and him, we've always been like people that our names ring whatever we did, like whether it was basketball, whether it was just like being out on the roadside, whatever. Like so, we were just not on that hype. We were just like, look, we want to put in work, make this money, have bills sorted out. So
and
we
he was
didn't
pissed
have to do
when we
nothing
got
like
there.
that.
He was pissed as well.
Where are you now with? Obviously, we heard about dramas with Jewels and stuff like that. Yeah. Where are you now with all of these guys?
No, let's
talk about the dramas.
Thing. All right, because obviously we've heard like you speak about it before.
Yeah.
Obviously, in hindsight, now it's been a few years or whatever the case may be. Just break it down, just briefly, what that argument was about, and then I want to ask you like certain questions in particulars and into his way of thinking and yours.
Yeah, definitely. So this is what's happened. We was there in 2004 summer. Dame flew us out. We was over there. So we was with Cam one day, and Big Joe's come up to us and said, yo, some guys from South London just give us a bunch of money to come out of there. We was like, yeah, good, do the show. We want you guys to come to England. You guys never come. They was like, all right, cool. Well, yeah, we're going to do the show. So we've come back to England. They started fingerprinting the airports by the end of that year, and Rockefeller split in half. So we couldn't even get back in the States. And they were supposed to come, was it like winter, October, I think around that time.
Yeah.
The day they didn't come because the promotion was so heavy and all that. Megas called Cam and said, yo, what are you guys doing? Why didn't you come out here? It's like, Big Joe said something to do with paperwork or something to do with all the flights or something like that. And we was just like, yo, fam, you know how much money like it's promotion everywhere for this. Like, I was more thinking of the fans even, like, yo, you lot, like, you should have came. He said, oh yeah, Cam said, we could have worked it out. So I was thinking, this is mad. So when Mega's running around in South London or whatever, he's with Hayes or wherever in Hayes, man will pull out to him and say, yeah, you man are cool. But see them man there that you man roll with, they can't come back here, you know. We're like, what? What are you talking about? Yeah, over the P, over the thingy. We kept on hearing that too much.
And we just thought, but we actually didn't think they took the P. So it was a bit confusing. Because my man, like, Jules was telling us, like, no, I didn't take the money.
No, but we haven't started yet. We've seen Big Joe when we've gone there. When we've got back in, when we beat our cases in end of 06. So, because it took us 2 years to get back in. So we got back end of 06, and I've seen Big Joe. And Big Joe said something smart to us or something like that. And I was like, yo, fam, what are you talking about? This man don't have to steal money from man in London. Then he's got tight. Like, what do you mean steal money? Say something again, I'll punch you in the... I got up in his face. Like, yo, what's going on? This like Jaws' Nike shoot. Megan's reached for the snooker cue. They've seen what's going to happen. They separated it. Then Big Joe's pulled us to the corner and said, listen, man, if man's saying they're not going, innit? I'm not the one that took the money and whatever. So, and then Jaws is looking like, yo, I didn't get no money. So we're like, where does this money just disappear then? But where we've almost had a fight with Big Joe, and you've seen the seriousness of how pissed off we are about the situation, you'd think man would call someone,
sort it out or something.
Sort it out.
Like, bro,
where they didn't do that, we wasn't booked.
Rectified.
We didn't owe anyone money, so it was like, if they don't care, then fuck it.
We weren't making no money.
So it was like, cool.
Even the tour, like Joel did a tour and went throughout the whole of Europe. We went with him. We went Norway, Switzerland, Sweden, Amsterdam, like you name it. It was nuts, like 7-day tour, riding around, like. But we weren't even booked to go out there and do the show. Like, it was like they went and paid Freaky Zeke to do it, but Zeke couldn't travel, so that he ended up having the money and then not going. So we just went along just to experience, like, being on the tour. Like, we weren't even going to perform. We were just going to just soak it all up and see what it's all about, like, because we'd never been on no tour like that. So we went there, get to Amsterdam, man's in the crowd going, S.A.S,
like
going nuts.
30, 40 people.
So then we're like,
so now the promoter's done us, so now he wants us to do the tour, but he wants us to do peanuts. $400, $500. We're like, yo, we get 2 G's in Europe anyway at the time. Like, what? We're like, what's that? So we was already disgruntled towards...
The whole situation was a bit
them,
mad
man.
still.
We wasn't diplomats anymore. We'd left them a year prior because we got back into America. Man,
no
we're
deals.
arguing.
We had no deal.
Yeah.
Like, we went back to America. We risked getting deported, like coming back to getting like nicked and being like, all right, cool, you have to go back, yeah, just for us to start from the bottom, like nothing.
Yeah, so we was looking at them,
nothing,
we was looking at them with a side eye. Well, when man weren't talking to each other, Chams found us and said he's going to do a situation with us, an album, the 3 of us. We come back and told you what, and man don't look happy.
We didn't know that. We didn't know they weren't talking at the time, though.
Why are you going to do that? Oh, when you first came, he didn't do whatever. So we was already, it was a bit funny when we came back here on that tour anyway. Yeah, so we've come back, got to the hotel early, ambush. There's about, what, how many men was there?
30
like,
man
must have been, no, because there was
40,
about 20 of us,
man.
and they dwarfed us. You see what I'm saying? So there must have been like at least 50, 60 men in front of the hotel.
Like carnival.
So we told them, show, it's on a pub.
What hotel was it?
This is Shepherd's Bush somewhere.
K-West?
No, it was a Hilton.
Hilton. So we told him, yo, you man stay upstairs. It's on. Remember what we was telling you? Yeah, Big Joe. Yeah. Now it's on. Now it's on for real. So they're looking like, we thinking a representative will at least come downstairs with us or something like that to talk it over or whatever.
We didn't even do the whole try and play tough thing. We was just like, look, mediating the situation. Like, look, man, my man didn't take no P, and we actually.
Yeah, but this is it. This is before they stayed in a room. Just me and Mega came downstairs. Yeah, like no security, like just me and Mega.
Yeah.
So the promoters have come in, left the goons outside. The main promoters, I think Dan the Man and his brethren, and they're pissed. Like, what are you doing with these niggas? Oh, fuck them niggas. They stole money from me. It was almost like man was looking at it like we was helping man rob man in our, you know what I mean, in the city. And we honestly believed the author didn't get his share. So we're like, nah, he didn't get his share. But who's the main promoter? The main promoter stood up, like, yeah, it's me. We'll take you upstairs. Talk to them, man. We'll see if we work out the situation. But to me, it wasn't a big deal. It's like if you're gonna do a show and you don't do the show, you give man back their money, or you do something that equates to that.
Small amount of money, and you're a millionaire. You're just gonna pay, no?
Yeah, but that's us. This is a different thing. But or you'd say, yo, I'll do your show on another day, or I'll do a walk or something. You see what I'm saying? So he's come back up. They're blaming Big Joe. He's saying, well, he's a representative of you, man. So they couldn't come to an agreement. I'm like, isn't anyone gonna call Big Joe? Everyone's looking at me like, I thought, yeah. See, now I know what time it is. You see what I'm saying? He goes back down. They stay upstairs. We go back down for like 4 hours. Yours and them, they come outside. Then we go back downstairs. They come out, see the crowd for the first time, because for 4 or 5 hours they've only seen this one promoter. Oh! Now they realise how serious it is. Well, we've been standing in for 3-4 hours. Yeah. To come back in the lobby. We're still in the front. There's bare rappers over there. Man, I was supposed to go to the show to watch it. Everyone came out. So now the crowd's just getting bigger and bigger. You don't know who's down with what's going on. Yeah. Bro, you just see this them leaving out the van, out the side exit with police escort.
Man, called us.
And that's the last time we saw him. Then we seen the footage of him saying, yo, man, if it wasn't for these niggas, man, we got left in the cold. But the niggas that came, that you're with, came to take your head off. So and we're the ones that were left in the cold.
We're the ones mediating the situation, saying, no. And then he's saying that he got left in the cold, and if it wasn't for them, for the people that came, it didn't make no sense.
Didn't make no sense.
The whole thing on camera just looked so dumb.
So what about him saying that you weren't allowed to back in Harlem? Is this?
I went there and got a trim, man. I went there and got a nice trim, nice fade. I wish I had that fade right now, but I wouldn't even be wearing my hat. Trust me.
He went back to, because we be on like 149th for St. Nick.
I was there with my boy Kuji.
Amsterdam, like 1 block across. All our man from this side. AZ's like 146. You see AZ out there and stuff like that.
I was jamming.
So you went back over there.
I was there. I went Vardo's release party as well with my boy Kuji.
Especially from America.
We got love over there though, man. It's different.
Or it might seem real. Then when you get to America and you're actually out there,
yeah, it's like, come on.
So was your friendship not really real then?
No. Well, clearly it wasn't, because if you could throw a man under the bus, I felt like he was family, bro. I would have rode for him like that's what it was.
And we was moving like that. Even though we thought like, yo, these men have a right to be out
there. Yeah, it's because it's our guy.
To our elders or whatever, it'll be popping, on and popping. So, but it's like, what do I tell this nigga's mother?
You know what I'm saying? Like, man was close, bro. Man was close, like.
On my watch.
You know what I'm saying?
Man was cool with his mum.
Like, it's like, man, like, we saw it like I saw it like family. I'm not gonna lie, bro. That shit made me really change the way I see people. Like, I don't really trust a lot of people, because a lot of people like they act like yeah, they're your peoples, but when certain shit happens, that's when you know who your man's and man. Like, even after that happened with us with the whole Dipset thing, and everyone thought that we left him or we did this or whatever, and it looked a certain way, certain man distanced themselves from us and everything. So I'm like, all right, cool. It's good. It gave us that mindset to be like, all right, it's back to basics. It's me and this guy, and we're gonna go the fuck in. And you riding with us, or you're not riding with us. We don't give a fuck.
But like I said, we clocked before. Like when Cam wanted to do the album with us, because he wanted out of his contract with Cam. He should have been happy. Like, yeah, do that album with Cam.
Yeah.
I'm happy. So it was like, yo, you just want to see it. Like,
you gotta think about it. If you see some brothers that are talented, they go hard, they're loyal, they're good niggas, yeah, and you still don't want to see them on or put them on or like sort out a meeting or line anything up for them. You know what kind of people that people are. You know them ones.
So we know that all the Dipset members, they kind of fall out.
Yeah.
So it's like, I get the impression, I don't know, if Cam fell out with Jim Jones, he'd still be cool with Freaky and
yeah.
I suppose they have grown up together.
Yeah, of course, that's understandable.
So with Joel's kind of falling out with you guys, did that relationship necessarily have to affect your relationship with someone like Cam?
But it hasn't affected our relationship.
When the situation happened, because at the time Cam wasn't messing with Joel.
Cam was just like saying what he had heard that happened, and he was like laughing about it, like, yo,
said,
like,
listen, this guy's gonna try and ruin your career.
Yeah, he said, so you need to do something about
exactly
like,
what happened out
yeah.
there. He's not really comfortable you guys being on his blocks.
Yeah,
it's his side of Harlem to really hang out on. So he's gonna try and destroy. So that's what that video was like. Yo, get together with the real guys, man. These guys
try and make us seem like.
So what about when Cam came here recently?
We was there
together. Soon as
we were.
We're trying to break it down. Me and Chams, we was out in 140th on Oxford Street with Cam. And we could tell that his mood was a little bit like he was kind of on edge, just a little bit.
Yeah.
Before the show or whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? How comes you guys wasn't with him then?
Because this is what happened. We was cool with Cam up until the point they reunited.
Okay.
We don't want to be.
It's not that we're not. It's not that we're not cool. No, it's just we're not. We don't want no affiliations with none of that stuff, because it never brought. If you think about it, it did more bad than good in terms of what it did. Because what it was, even when it was doing good for us, we got ostracized in where we're from due to our affiliations to American rappers. We got seen as some.
Go on with them big words.
What? Ostracized.
Yeah.
It's to like basically get not shunned, but like to for somebody to have you outside of, you know, what you actually do. Like
separation.
Almost like, yeah.
It means separation.
So basically, you're stupid. Anyway, so basically, we already felt like that was going on. So, and then on top of that, it made us look like a certain way that people was like, oh, it just brought too much negative shit to us. Even the positive shit brought negative shit. So when it was negative, it was double negative.
What we were doing, like Dipset didn't directly.
They got the credit for it.
We made mad money off their brand.
But they got all the credit for it. We never got credit. Like, do you know how independent? Where as independent as you can get? You never seen independent grind like you.
So would you do it again if you had to do all of this again? Would you still have done it?
Hell yeah,
that shit was great. It was mad fun at times.
Mad fun.
Ups and downs.
What about the girls?
The most things though.
Most, well, he got a super hottie before. You know, we don't talk about that. We can talk about that.
So you had the best verses,
No,
the
no,
best
no,
girls.
no, come on.
The best.
I was no way. No.
Basketball scholarships and shit.
So any celebrity?
You look like a side man, you know. Fuck out of here.
Nah, you're underplaying it. You're underplaying
I'm
yourself.
just humble, man. I'm cool.
No, don't get it wrong. He was running on. He remember he got to the club, so he was running with Slow and them, going clubs and stuff like that. Where I was staying in the studio with Wells and stuff like that. But he said that because at the time, 04.
Yeah, I wasn't happy in 04. I was angry.
I had a little R&B
with what?
Experience.
Just the whole thing.
Oh, he said he had an R&B experience.
Whoa! This is what I'm trying to get to. Did we have any celebrity endeavors?
He said he had an
That's why I was talking
Rendezvous.
No, I was messing with Nicole Ray around like 04.
Okay, right.
That was the
Posty's too young.
You know, I had a couple King magazine bros, but we ain't gonna talk about all that. You know, since I'm the side man and all that.
Nothing like that. That's the backstory. Come on.
Alright, so you.
We used to chat to her.
Yeah.
What?
Rosa did pictures for you all getting clothing.
Yeah,
No, we're not talking about pictures though. We're not talking about pictures, B.
Rosa and all that. We know Rosa.
No. We're talking about who were you? You know,
know
rendezvousing with?
Yeah, Nicole Ray. I miss her for that.
Okay, so that's your one. What about you? Any?
I just had a
Baxter
couple. I didn't say Baxter. Just a couple King magazine things. You know what I mean?
Rosa.
Certain famous little ones in Complex, you know, stuck it on me when I was in LA and shit. But I don't really want to talk about all that. You know?
I hear that, man.
So you lot have had that kind of like hype from US networks and radio stations and stuff like you explained earlier on in that story, right? What do you think about it now? Because you hear on Hot 97 people like Section Boys and Skepta being mentioned.
Oh no, that's a good thing. That's a good thing.
Definitely.
But the platform Cypher at the time, he had a platform where he could break stuff. Whereas the radio's different. The way it's syndicated now, you can't actually really. Or the artists that will break stuff, or the DJs that will break stuff, they'll be on 2 a.m. in the morning and stuff like that. See what I'm saying? So the platforms ain't really. But it's always good to be heard. But you've got the internet now and everything like that. So if they hear something on radio, they go straight to the internet, go find it.
And it's good for it to not to just be 1 or 2 acts that they know of where you're from. It's got to be a movement. Like,
do you lot ever think that you should have done a bit more at home, like in the UK?
We did more at home. It just never really hit like we did in America.
This is what happened. When Dame came here, he tried to get signed to Mercury. We met the boss of Mercury, and we was giving him the one eye. Dame said, "No, he's not the enemy," and whatever, ever. But Semtex would have meetings with Dame, not turn up, or tell man don't come to work and stuff like that. And he told us this himself. So there was an agenda to like.
Yeah, we was kind of like block. We kind of got black, not black, kind of mini. That's what he said.
Blackball. It come from the industry, like you said, in the streets. We got love.
But we put in more work here than we did like over there.
Or certain DJs that used to support us won't support us.
How do you see yourself now? Like, what position do you think you play now?
I think we've just embraced the underground. Like, we're niche. It's not for everyone.
If you like it,
we've got a certain unique style where we don't sound like other people. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Certain people think we're legends and there's no one better. Some people think we're shit. It's life. You see what I'm saying?
Everyone's not gonna like
we're
what you do.
We're not catering now to the casual fans.
We're just doing what we want to do, and we got creative freedom to the fullest. We always had creative freedom because everything we did was our own shit. But now we're doing a different sound. Like the new sounds, like Glacial, it's icy. It's
would you take a deal? Would you sign a deal?
We got a deal, independent deal, but we signed it to a major if they had, if there was the right. I didn't say here. I'm saying in general. If the deal's right and we got.
So you wouldn't sign a major here?
I'd rather sign an indie deal here.
Why just take the money? You know, man.
I know, yeah, you could, but you see what I'm saying. I'm being honest though. You see what I'm saying?
Would you sign to Dame now?
No.
Check this here. So obviously,
he's not doing music now anyway.
I think as you mentioned, like you was doing rap from like actually garagey days. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So you'd probably be one of the first group of that style of rapper, right?
Yeah.
What rappers do you rate now that are coming from London or that have done things in London? Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Because your opinion is obviously important because you did it from the start.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of the people. Do you know what I mean?
First of all, you'd have to say gigs.
Yeah.
You'd have to. Simple as that. See what I'm saying? There's new guys coming through that we love, like C-Biz and them, man. Because back then, when we used to try and do the flashy thing, man used to be like, yo, fuck swag.
Yeah.
It's not about swag.
Yeah, when we was coming, like, it was like, everyone wanted to just be wearing trackies and like, not even.
You come from Harlem, so all that flashy life, we love that. You see what I'm saying? So see man doing it now and going through.
The game.
Back then, the man that had our attitude weren't rapping.
Yeah.
They're not rappers. They were just in the streets doing what they do in the streets. They weren't rappers at all.
Like
the
now,
man that was rapping, was on some like fuck swag.
There's a voice. There's a voice. There's
tracksuit and doing whatever. See now,
there's a voice that reflects the innocent, like what is going on in the ends now in rap, in grime, in trap. There's artists that are like
what? You know what I should say?
Introspective.
Way better balance now.
Like I rate Wretch. I rate Wretch highly.
There was one way to do it, one medium. So when we try to do it the other way, like we don't really feel like we're part of the UK scene.
We're not a part of any scene. We're just like our own scene within itself. Like we do our own thing.
Because we did it completely different.
Best rap duo from the UK.
Well,
I think we're one of the best rap duos in the world.
Yeah. So we don't.
To be honest.
So are you saying that you're your own genre?
No, we're not our own genre, but we're not UK rappers. We're more rappers from the UK. If that makes sense.
No, of course.
Yeah, we make global music. We don't make music that just the ends.
Our audience was always the world.
Yeah.
The ends.
Like,
I think you've got like a core fan base. I mean, like you've been around so long that you know people that love S.A.S. love S.A.S. You know, and I'm proud to say I'm one of them. You know what I mean? I've been a core fan from the beginning.
Yeah, fan of May's verse on Eurogang.
He's better. I've been a fan for ages, man. Obviously, I wish you guys the best of luck in whatever you guys are doing.
I think the lyrical ability is undeniable. I think a lot of what you've been through and been involved in sometimes gets in the way of people's opinion of you. But in terms of lyrically, no one can't say you lot can't spit.
It's funny you should say that, safe, man. Yeah. Respect. But yeah, that's what it kind of like. Sometimes all that stuff overshadows the actual music and what we do. So sometimes I'm like, damn, I wish we was just brand new, like we just had not stayed on us. But then I'm like,
to see where we would have went if we didn't have any of the affiliations.
Yeah,
that's what I mean.
In London, like, and
I think it would have been difficult for you because of the accent at the time.
Yeah, but it switched. Listen, we came back in 2001, and gradually every year we got more English. It just took ages, like to shake it was crazy. I'd be in university and they'd be like, "Yo, the American boy." I was like, "I don't sound American." My friends and they'd be like,
yeah, you do sound kind of thing. It's only like the last few years.
Shake, you get me? Like,
but now it's to the point when I say, "So I've come on," like, "Oh yeah, I used to live in America for a while." They're like, "What? I don't hear it. You don't sound like you are American at all."
Basketball, they all sound like Americans. Like, like that went there and came back. When their 5 years came back, they sound American.
It's hard to shake though because the music that you put out with using that accent obviously travels.
We learn how to rap. We learn how to rap.
I cringe when I hear that fucking freestyle.
Yeah, we can't listen to nothing.
I can't deal with it.
Anyway, you just dropped the video and the mixtape's coming before the album. So let's talk about that.
Well, we've been dropping like tracks since September, like leaking tracks and videos and whatnot, and we just dropped a track called Alien.
Yeah. And that's Alien 01. Yeah.
Alien 01 is the visa you get. Alien with extraordinary abilities to go to the States and stuff like that.
That's what the mixtape's called.
Is that what we can expect from the mixtape? That kind of sound.
Yeah, that sound. But then we got a couple soulful joints on there. So yeah, and then the album Celestial, produced by Blue Sky Back Death. That one there is the game changer.
Yeah, so it's our most important offering, basically.
Just lastly, how did you get to working with Nicki Minaj?
That was when we was in America in 2000 and what? Seven, yeah. No, yeah, she was already on Come Up and everything. She was popping off. She was working with Gucci Mane and all that.
Jules and them was watching this. Yo, this girl's crazy. And that first time we seen her, and then our brother was like, "Yeah, we know her. Whatever." I was like, "Yeah." We went Queens, called her. She already knew who we was because the whole Hot 97 thing, Dipset thing and all that. She came through.
She cooked up her bars.
We took her to Jules to sign first, but he was messing around, so we missed the ball and went.
Did she have a back off then?
Little one, not crazy.
Not crazy, that was before the thing, not crazy. So I
weren't really
but she was still very pretty.
She was very pretty girl and very animated. She was always that way. Like the way she moves and everything, she's always that way.
No,
well, I don't know if it is.
Well,
it wasn't that big.
So would you say that it could naturally grow in that way?
I don't think so, no.
Okay.
With the right food and shit.
I don't think so. She was always animated, always doing the English accents and stuff and back.
Yeah,
just quickly then, list who have you worked with? Like the biggest names that you've worked with? Like you've been on a track with
Cameron, Nicki Minaj,
J Mills,
French Montana,
Ransom, French.
Keep going.
Evidence from
Dilated Pupils. I know we're gonna forget some. I know we're gonna forget.
My nigga Biggs, man. Shout my nigga Biggs.
What's Joel?
Biggs.
You gotta put Biggs in that list.
Joel Santana, Jim Jones.
Alright.
I think there's more that we're forgetting, but
that's crazy.
So you lot comfortable? You lot don't really need to work with anyone.
I want to work with singers. I want to work with singers, man.
Of course you do. R&B guy over here.
Alright, Mega
vocals girl.
May. We look forward to the mixtape. We look forward to the album. April times.
Yeah. See all of this now. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Bird gang, fly high.
E gang, Euro gang. Done though.
Vegan.
Hashtag NFTR.